Amid high desert quality of life survey conversations, Joseph W. Brady reveals insight into an important election issue involving Spring Valley Lake residents in 2020.
The association has 4,215 lots between Victorville and the Apple Valley Equestrian Center. It's about 92% built out. It has a 7-member association board. So you have a 7-member board. And then you have a separate entity outside called CSA 64, County Service Area 64. So our CSA supplies water and sewer, the cheapest water of anybody in the region. I mean, I always feel bad for all my friends in Apple Valley because they're paying so much. But we actually have by far the cheapest water around. So there's been a proposal, there's been a group of volunteers, they're all doing this on a volunteer basis, that have gone out and said, are we better off to create another level of government to take over water, to take over the parks, to take over sewer and street sweeping and trash collection? And can we do it for a cheaper price and save the homeowners some money? So that's where I think the $64 question comes. So back in late April, I was able to obtain a copy of the report from LAFCO. We've gone through it on a couple of occasions, and candidly, just haven't found it compelling enough to say to me, if something's not broken, don't go fix it. And most people that are hearing this or looking at this, that know me know I don't have much patience for entities that are inefficient. I don't have much patience for governmental entities that can't show measurable results. That Robert Lovingood, who's apparently a big supporter of this, is the one that has really termed the measurable results. So what I would ask him, and I would ask everybody else, do we need another level of government? So one of the leaders of this group I know and have a tremendous amount of respect for, and I won't name who it is on this because of my respect for him. And we went through all the reasons. The cheapest water, you can't get any cheaper. What's going to happen if there's three wells that service Spring Valley Lake? One of them has recently been upgraded. When those casings go out and they have to be rebuilt, it only costs about $1.2 million to $1.3 million. A lot of money. Okay, so where's that money going to come from? CSA 64, if something goes wrong, they can spread it across their other entities. They can they can borrow from other entities quickly. If we're a standalone group. So then I said to this person who I just have a dire amount of respect for, I said, okay, so explain to me that we're going to have a general manager, we're going to pay $150,000 a year, plus a 40% override for benefits. So when that whole thing starts, we know where that keeps going. The costs never go down; they continually go up. That person's going to want to raise, undoubtedly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm capitalistic. We're going to have a water manager at $100,000 a year. We're going to have a sewer manager at $100,000 a year. Okay, so now we're going to have 3 people in there at $350,000 a year, plus a 40% override. Why are we doing this if it's not broken? So I think that what's going to happen over the next couple of months, this group has continual hearings. I've heard from people that they had a hearing within the last month that some people thought went well and some people didn't think went well, and I think that people are really going to want full disclosure about why do we want to change if there's nothing wrong. And again, I'm not one that necessarily loves government. I appreciate working with good government. I mean, I love working with Rod Yankee down at the city of Hesperia and Keith Metz over at I mean, we got great relationships with all the cities and even with people in the county. But there are some governmental entities that are just not efficient. You take Mojave Water Agency, probably one of the best around. AQMD, one of the best around. I mean, we've got some great entities out there. Why would we want to go change them if there's nothing wrong with them? So I just don't get it. And I don't think it's good to further other people's political interests or their financial interests to do it if something's not broken.
Further discussion on the Spring Valley Lake CSA issue and an exciting announcement regarding the High Desert Quality of Life Survey on forthcoming interviews with Joseph W. Brady.